and gentlemen, are you ready for a fight?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's the Happy Critic. Today we will be talking about Dev Patel's directorial debut film, Monkey Man. Now, there are many who are comparing this film to John Wick, which is understandable. But to classify this movie as just Indian John Wick would be a disservice to this movie that is great in its own right. While the movie will draw comparisons to Wick, the movie never feels like it's trying to capitalize on Wick's success. If anything, this movie seems perfect for the John Wick fan who has perhaps become disenchanted by the numerous John Wick sequels and is craving a fresh, brutal, action-packed revenge story. And if you are somebody that has been missing some of the John Wick action, then look no further, because the highlights in this film are definitely the fight scenes, which are raw, brutal, and excellently choreographed. Another highlight of the film is, of course, Dev Patel himself as the main protagonist, a young man known only as the Kid. So we follow Kid as he shrewdly uses his street smarts, patience, and tenacity to manipulate his way into a prestigious club in order to enact revenge on the man who murdered his mother. And it is this part of the movie where it truly shines. Kid is portrayed as a true underdog, a character type that Dev Patel, I think, excels at portraying. And as a true underdog, he is very easy to root for as he uses his status as a no one to go almost unnoticed by the snobby and immoral elites of this club that he infiltrates. And while this movie is a great film, it's not perfect. So I'm going to discuss a few things about it that felt a little off to me. So at one point, Kid is challenged to confront his blind desire for revenge. As he realizes to make a real difference in society, he needs to aim to take down the corrupt higher-ups that put people like the man who killed his mother into positions of power. There is this political figure who is corrupt, who was actually the one to put in the order that led to his mother being murdered by this man. I like the fact that he's kind of confronted with this idea that it's like, yeah, you want revenge on this one guy, but what's that going to do? The bad things are still going to keep happening. Things like what happened to you are going to keep happening. And I like this idea. It highlights the importance of seeking justice beyond just personal vendettas. And even though this was a part of the film, like this idea I really liked, and I like the character arc that this character has to go through, for some reason, it was this part of the film, I feel it kind of lost its momentum. And I actually had to sit and think about it for a while and try to figure out why that was, because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, yeah, I mean, it works. Like on paper, I feel like it works. So I really had to think about it for a while. And I think I have a good idea. I think I kind of have an understanding of what made like it slow down, or maybe not slow down, but it just all of a sudden felt a little bit off. Revenge stories like this are usually very personal. And the same goes for this movie. Up to this point, the story has been very personal. But at this point, there's a shift from our main character, the Kid's goal being just to blindly murder this man who murdered his mother, to murdering the person that put the order in that got his mother killed, which is this political leader guy. And I think this shift from his desire to kill the man who killed his mom to his desire to kill the politician who made the order, which led to his mother's death, could work. But it definitely doesn't have as much emotional impact. And I guess it's one of those things where it's like, yes, logically it makes sense. And maybe if it was given a little more time to be developed, and it does, to be fair, it does introduce this politician guy and how he's kind of corrupt. But I don't feel like it was enough for where it really felt fulfilling to want to see our character, the Kid, confront this man. As you can see why the guy is evil, but we never actually see him do something directly evil. But we know for a fact that the man that killed his mother, he is just such a horrible piece of crap. And you want that man to die so bad. So to me, yes, I understand that this corrupt person in power is a horrible person and he probably deserves to die. But it just wasn't as fulfilling to want to watch him die or to see him die because, like I said, you never really actually saw him doing anything. And it's also around this time that Kid becomes almost a savior figure instead of this scrappy little underdog, which once again could work. But I don't think these two transitions were given enough time to make themselves comfortable. So it just doesn't seem natural and it just doesn't seem to fit. So although on paper I like this idea, In execution, I don't think it worked as well as it could have. However, this minor misstep does not detract significantly from Monkey Man, which is an outstanding movie that delivers on its promises and offers a unique perspective on the revenge genre. The movie definitely showcases Dev Patel's skills as an actor and director, and although it may not be perfect, it's definitely a movie worth watching. Alright guys, but that's all I have for today. Please let me know what you guys thought about Monkey Man and what you think about Dev Patel as an actor and as a director now. Let me know what your favorite revenge thriller movie is. Alright, well that's really all I have for today. Just keep watching movies guys and keep being happy. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Do you remember me now?